Alrighty, so today this workout is going to be primarily based around all exercises that you are not going to need equipment for. To go ahead and start it off, we're going to be segmenting it into different workout groups. So the first one up, we're going to be having chest and shoulders. The next one is going to be back and legs. Next one will be arms, so biceps and triceps. If you aren't using this specific split series, then just go ahead and take the exercises and place them into your program accordingly. So let's go ahead and start it off with the chest and shoulders. So first one up, we're going to be having the traditional push-up. So if you haven't already watched the chest press series that I've posted on my YouTube, the TikTok, and Instagram, go ahead and check that out. And right now we're just going to be showing you guys the traditional push-ups. After that, we're going to pop straight into the delt raises and then all the different alterations and variations that you're going to be doing to hit each of the heads. So let's go ahead and pop right into that. Alright, starting it off, we got the push-up. So shoulders width distance, coming straight down. With this one, just to be isolating the chest, I just want you guys pushing your scapula and retracting it back, and then depressing your shoulders. So you're just going to be starting off here, pull back the shoulders, and drop them down. And we're going to go ahead and hop into press. And then next up, we got the delt raises. So this first one is going to be a variation of a push-up. So any exercise that we're going to be having our shoulders and our elbows in front of our torso is going to be engaging the anterior part of the shoulder. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's show you the variation for that. Go ahead and pop into a push-up position. Too messy. Arcing the body. Your elbows further out in front of your body. So if we're pressing up here, then we need to be doing that on the floor. It's coming down. 1, 2, 3. Next up, we got the lateral alternating side raises. I don't know what I'm going to be calling these, but I'll go ahead and show you guys what we're going to be doing. So, with this one, we're going to get into the push-up position again. So once we're in the push-up position, coming down and back up. Show you guys in frame over here. Starting off from here, coming up. Come up. To be adding strain to this one, what you guys can be doing is actually just stretching out the actual delt. So instead of coming straight up here for a small contraction, we can be extending the arm, and that will give you a little bit more of a contraction when you're coming up. Just add a little bit more difficulty. So the next one we have up is going to be the backward raise, and I don't know the name for this one either. These are all strange names. So we're going to be having our arms out, and we're going to be pressing our back up above the floor. So give you guys another frame. So starting from here, we're going to go ahead and lay down on the floor. And we're going to be raising up with our elbows out. So shoulders width, place elbows straight down just like you would on any fly. We're going to be pressing up. To add more difficulty, you can raise your hips up off the floor, but that is quite a bit more, significantly more difficult. So raising up, back down. And then to make the exercise a little bit easier, you're just going to be drawing the elbows a little bit lower and engaging more of your lats and your delts and rhomboids. So that's going to be the last one for the shoulder series. Alright, so next one up, we got the dumbbell incline. So the alternative for this one is going to be the incline push-up. So actually, that's one of the variations for the chest press. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that one out, I'll be going through this one quickly again. We're going to be coming up here. So just like we described in the other video, we're going to be coming at an arc from here and coming at this at an incline. So coming in, back out. And then I'll give you guys a side shot again. Perfect. Starting off here, dipping down at an angle. So this is going to be contrasting just the regular push-up. We're going to be at shoulders distance for the arms, and then pressing straight down. And then as well as the decline press, where we're going to be working the lower chest. That's when you're coming out and over and pressing down. So that is the end of the chest press one. Next up we got the legs and back. So we'll go ahead and cut this clip. Next one up, we got legs and back. So we're gonna go ahead and start this one off with the squat, and for the alternative for this one is gonna be the pulse pop. So this one, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna be starting off down in a squat position. So shoulders width for the legs. Coming down here, we're gonna be coming up, not completely all the way to full extension with the legs, but about 3/4 of the way through, and then drop back down. To be adding difficulty to this one, what you guys can do is just go ahead and add the pop. If you can't, continue this for a rep range of, if you're trying to build muscle around anything under 12 to 15 reps. Over that, if you're trying to just get as much caloric output as possible, then go ahead and pop into the full extension ones and try and bang out as many reps as possible. So after that one, no, did you die on me? One second. So my computer's being a weirdo right now. Let's go ahead and pop this one up on the next one. So again, working on back and legs right now. We already covered the pulse pop. Now we're going to be going into the alternative for the lunges. So the alternative for that will be no alternative. We're just going to not be using weights today. So for this one, we're going to be coming down. If you want to be adding difficulty to this one, you're going to go ahead and add a pop and driving through the heels. So starting here, driving through the heel, driving through the heel. Alright, so for the next exercise, we have hamstring curls. So for this one, you guys are going to need some equipment. So either if you have a hardwood floor or some furniture movers, you're going to be able to use the hamstring curls. Otherwise, what you can do is go ahead and place your feet behind a, what's it called, not a table, a sofa. Go ahead and lock your heels in here. And when you're coming down, you're going to try and maintain the stress once your hamstrings are loaded up, and try and descend as slow as possible. When you're coming up, you're going to throw your body up a tiny bit, boom, and then catch yourself with your hamstrings and drive to the top again. Once again, lowering as slow as you can, and then catch yourself, throw you back up with a minimal distance, and then try and engage the hamstrings as you're coming up. So after the hamstring curls, we have the trap raises. The alteration for that one is going to be the trap push-up. So to give you guys an idea what this one looks like, getting into the push-up position. Once we're at this point, we're going to go ahead and go into the same position as the shoulder press. So arcing the body here. When you're coming down, what I want you guys doing is dropping your chest to the floor and then coming up. Coming back down, we're going to be driving the glutes out at an angle. So coming back from the top position again, driving down, so chest to the floor first, and then the glutes come up. Again, down from the chest first, and then coming up with the glutes. And then coming down with the glutes, my bad. So if you were imagined as if your body was a plank, one point would need to touch down first before the other can, and then it can come back up. So that's the same motion we're going to be trying to get down. getting out of breath from just recording. Next one we have the Trap Supermans. So this one you're gonna go ahead and lay down prone on the floor. Once we're in this position, what we're gonna be doing is placing your hands down at your side and raising up. Same with your legs. Starting here, raising up, raising up, raising up. Oh. Again, doing this with your hands up at your, down to your side or up above your head is going to be targeting different points of the back. So depending on which exercises you're implementing into your program, go ahead and do that based accordingly on which hand position you're going to be using. Aside from that one, we got the backward elbows in row. So same as the crosses for the rear delts, we're going to be doing that for mainly the lats, rhomboids, and traps. So laying down here, we're going to have our elbows in at about 45 degrees, so just as you would with a row, straight down to the bottom of your rib cage, and we're going to be driving up, driving up, up. There we go. Alright, so next one we have up is the lat push-up. So we're going to go ahead and be doing this on an incline. So starting over here, hands down on the bench or the sofa or the chair, whatever you're using. We're going to go ahead and start off. The way to make it more difficult, because this is pretty easy if you have your feet in too close, stepping further out and go ahead and drive down. Lifting up with your lats, straight over, back down, straight over. When you are doing this one, you are going to need quite a mind-muscle connection. Otherwise, you're going to be engaging your abs a little bit too much more than you'd need. It is impossible to kind of use this one without engaging the abs, but try and do that to the best of your ability to try and just engage the lats. So I'll take off my shirt. Next one up, we're going to be hopping into the arms. So we're going to be starting off this one with a close grip push-up. So here, we're going to go ahead and bend down at 90 degrees with the elbows. So coming down, back up, down, back up. Next one we're going to be doing is the skull crush row. So the alternative for that one, there won't be. So we're using that same motion on the bench. So once, place the camera right here. Once we're here, we're going to go ahead and dip our head down. To be adding more difficulty, you can bring your head below the bench. So below your head to get more of a stretch. And then use some of the elasticity with your triceps to slingshot you back up. Once you fail on these exercises, just add difficulty. So with this one, coming down, fail your rep, and we're gonna go ahead and drop down as much as we can. Fling yourself back up, coming down, stretch, fling yourself back up. All right. Next one up, we have the curl series. So this one is a little bit strange. So you've seen people use their feet or their legs kind of as a resistance for the bicep curl. This one I want you guys to be using all on preference. So first off, we have the foot as the bicep curl. So we're placing our hand here on the heel, coming up, right? This one is going to be limiting your range of motion depending on your flexibility, the same as some of these other exercises. So within the time frame of you're probably going to be using these home workouts, it's not really a good place your time to try and gain the flexibility to, not saying that it's not important to have flexibility, but if you do want to be using biceps, go ahead and hop on our side, and we're just going to be using an alteration to this one. This is going to be the bicep curl sit-up almost. So having hands at the side, we're going to go ahead and try and curl up, eliminating the abs as much as you can. Coming down and back up. The most important thing with this one is that we're not having our the top part of our body come up. solely, we're including the entire body. Just because when you come up from the bottom, when you have your elbow resting on the bottom, this entire forearm is used as surface area, so you're gonna be able to drive from the elbows more so than you would be if you just had the elbow as a contact point for the floor. I'm talking about the whole forearm, my bad. So coming up, I can't even do it. I doubt you're gonna have that problem. So, unless you're laying completely on your side. So what I'm saying is, laying completely on the side and then pulling up, you're gonna be driving more through the actual arm. In contrast to coming up on your side and curling up with just the point of contact being the elbow. Yep. This one does take a bit of mind muscle connection, but it's not as much as that lat one. That lat one was insane. Aside from that, that is the entire workout series. So please let me know if you have any questions, any concerns, any recommendations, so that I can try and adjust accordingly, or if you have any issues or pains, please send me a message. Otherwise, get these workouts in. I hope this thing is over soon. Thanks for watching. Adios.